Her name is Avery White, and I read it as a very white.
Don't.
This isn't therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This is not therapy. This isn't therapy.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hi.
And welcome back to another fun,
Flirty
fabulous
episode.
This Isn't
Therapy. Yeah, the podcast about all the stuff people are talking to their therapists about. Listen,
right.
we were so in sync
We were so,
for so long.
and then we weren't.
Obsessed.
I love that.
My name is Jake Ernst and I'm a therapist. Who are you?
I'm Simon Palick, and I'm not a therapist. And each week on this podcast, Jakey and I were just two friends who like to have casual Kelly couch conversations about therapy themes. So what we do is we tuck us down on these couches, we pull back the therapy curtain, we put these grubby little paws on, we reach into the therapy room, and we pull out a theme, a factor, a question, a quandary, something that's floating around in the culture, and then we just chat about it. Why?
Well, it's because therapy themes are everywhere you look.
That's
kid.
right.
That's right.
That's right, kid.
That's right. And so this week we are pulling out a bunch of therapy themes that are highly relevant, actually,
Really?
to the culture and to the mind.
Are they not the same thing?
They're not the same thing because we're going to talk about the chore of self-care
Correct.
and
And
the mindset quiz,
which is a quiz.
which I've developed.
Oh, you made this.
Oh, I did, sister. I did. So this is actually one of the templates, one of the quizzes
Mhm.
that I use with my clients all the time.
right.
And you know what I thought?
What?
Probably towards like mid-year last year, I was like, oh, this would be great on the pod, actually.
The mindset quiz.
Yeah. And so I've used it with a bunch of my clients because I
Okay.
think it really helps to clarify sort of like where am I at? What are my beliefs? What do I think about the world? What do I think about others? What do I think about myself?
Right.
And gives you kind of a realistic sense of like where your mindset is at about certain topics.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about that, which is super exciting.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, say it. You've always wanted to.
Paywall. Why didn't you putting it behind a paywall?
Oh, what
All
are
I'm
you
saying. I'll be your business manager.
What do you-
2026 is the year I'm your business
You
manager.
mean that I should make people pay for it?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's a resource.
See, that was a test.
It's a free source.
That was a test. That was a test for the mindset quiz.
It's a free source. So if you want to
It's
go,
a resource.
it's
a free source.
I just made that up. It's
I
a
love
free
that.
source.
It's a free source.
So if you want to go on to the link in our show notes,
Oh, I love that.
show notes.
Yeah.
You can click the link to see the mindset quiz.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to it in the segment, of course. But if you want to kind of go out and do it yourself,
Yeah.
then
Which
you can
we
just,
encourage you to do.
yeah, just open it up and you can kind of take a look and see what's in store there.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you are not listening to This Isn't Therapy,
Yeah.
you are not getting it for free. So maybe I should put it on my website for a price.
Oh.
So maybe we can do both. Free source and resource.
Resource and resource. Cha-ching.
Anyway.
But also go help yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a continental breakfast. Go help yourself.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. We'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I realized every single time we take a break, I say goodbye. Like bye. As in
Bye.
like it's over. It's done.
We'll be right back.
Like sayonara.
Yeah.
Like arrivederci.
2026 is going to be the year that we have
Au revoir.
au revoir. We're going to have a sponsorship. So I think saying bye makes sense because it's like bye to the fun, flirty stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah. Do you like light bulbs?
I just meant because, I don't want people to leave. So I just hope they stick around was all I was worried about. In
It's-
any case.
Yeah, people come to
What are we doing today, kid?
No. I just wanted to hang in that moment because I wanted to see how far you would descend into
Into my Last week I said I
just-
don't overthink
I
anything.
just don't want them to
I
leave.
just don't want them
Just
to
don't
leave.
want them to leave.
And they always
And they all do.
They always leave.
Okay, let's get back on track. So today's first segment is about the chore of self-care. And so, as a self-care queen yourself,
Oh, ourself or we self?
we self,
She self.
the royal we.
Exactly.
Okay, so there was an article. We'll link it in the show notes. I'm using article loosely because it feels like a blog post. But anyways, it's an interesting conversation that was derived from this article blog post.
She has criticisms.
I do. But what I like about it is that when reading the thing, I think I wasn't the target demo, but I appreciate that because as I was reading it, I was like, oh, I have questions about this that I want to take it to the pod. Okay.
Who was the target demo, do you think?
The Live, Laugh, Love girlies.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this was written by a...
Yes.
Okay.
Her name, can I just tell you this? Her name is Avery White, and I read it as a very white.
Don't.
So I don't. So just to give you an idea as to like what this article is about and who is this for and what it's written by and yeah.
We'd like to thank our producers for selecting
Thank you,
our-
producers.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, I love content that challenges me. Sometimes in a different way than I expected. right?
Honestly, take us to it.
So
Where are we going?
I'm going to read you a snippet of this blog article from A Very White. And it's, and just to give you an idea as to what this article is about. But truly, I have a topic that I want to pull from it, that I want to focus on under the chore of self-care umbrella. Okay, you're still there.
Still there.
So this is how it goes. For many middle-class folks, certain tasks feel like never-ending to-do list items. But in wealthier circles, those same things get reframed as indulgent acts of self-care. I'm not here to glorify wealth or suggest we should copy over every upper-class habit. But I do think there is value in noticing how a simple shift in mindset can transform obligation into opportunity.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not about money at all. It's about how you frame the experience. And the truth is, many of the tasks we consider mundane can actually be grounding, restorative, even joyful, if we stop rushing through them and start seeing them as rituals. And so this article goes on to name 7 things that middle-class individuals can maybe reframe so that they feel like, this doesn't feel like obligation. This feels like an opportunity to have some self-care.
Can I?
And wait, let me finish.
Wait, I don't. That's actually not how I read the article at all.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
And so I'm reading it.
Okay.
And I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
I'm the speaker.
I'm speaking.
I'm holding the talking stick.
I'm holding the talking stick. The 7 things that she talks about are, she goes through grocery shopping, gardening, cooking, house cleaning, laundry, attending appointments, and exercise. You may speak.
Thank you so much. I read this
Yeah.
as one of the aligned.
Avery White.
Yeah.
Very White.
Yeah, exactly. From the aligned variety. I thought
Mm.
that she was sort of talking about how self-care,
Mm.
for the broad stroke terms, we'll say just for poor people,
Yeah.
for lower socioeconomic class individuals.
Yeah.
These are necessities. These are essentials.
Yes.
But in this article, she's sort of talking about how upper class and wealthy people take lower income chores.
Yeah.
So things that are necessities and requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of hiring someone
Yeah.
to take them on
Yeah.
in your household,
Yeah.
she's saying, well, why don't you just reclaim those and you can do those as self-care?
Yeah.
So for example, like instead of hiring a gardener, why don't you just go into the backyard and get your hands a little dirty?
Yeah. You'll like it. It's restorative.
Instead of hiring the maid, like why don't you just wash the baseboards yourself, Linda?
Yeah.
And so I heard it more as like that, sort of like she was critiquing this, like how this system, like where middle class and wealthy people
Mhm.
are starting to reclaim their chores and say, ooh, I need to go do my self-care, which is
Right.
like, I'm going to go run my errand for the day. or my errand for the week.
Right.
Or I'm going to go mow my grass because it's just going to help me ground my feet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's for
in
me.
between Pilates classes.
For me, that's where the eye roll came in, where I'm kind of like, well, yeah, people have been doing that for years, Mary. Like, it's
Yeah.
not, you didn't invent that. That's not self-care.
Yeah.
That's called a chore.
That's called a chore.
Let's
Okay.
get to work.
So what's funny is that I think you and I projected way too much. We expected too much from a very white.
Very well.
Because
Yeah.
it's not. It's truly, it's like the BuzzFeed. It's a BuzzFeed
It's not
thing.
hard-hitting journalism.
It's not, but I think we wanted it to be. And so
Yeah.
therefore we're like, where is the whatever?
It's
so
like mid-tier journalism.
it's
Maybe even low.
I would
We don't want to,
you know when you have an idea and you just like write it down on a notes app? That's what it feels like.
She's like,
I'm so saucy today.
You are saucy.
Okay,
Saucy
wait. So for the
girl.
point of having a segment one and having a conversation,
Yeah.
let's talk about the idea of like chores being sort of like rebranded as self-care. And I would also like to talk about, which was heavily mentioned in this voice memo,
This voice to text.
this voice to text,
The ramble. that she
was about reframing. It kept like the ipso facto of every single section was, well, just reframe it.
Yeah.
Like you can think about like this pile of laundry as like this massive chore, or you can take it as like a ritual that you're taking care of your person.
Yeah. Totally.
Can you-
Totally. It was very that.
Listen, if you're not watching this episode, you are missing out on all the eye rolls.
You're getting half the
You're
story.
getting half the story.
You're only
So
getting
can you-
half the story.
So can we talk about this chores and self-care?
yeah, I mean, again, like for centuries,
Mm.
people who have had to do these things by themselves to survive or keep a clean home or
Right.
to keep the family moving or to keep it pushing in general.
Yeah.
I sort of just heard about this concept of, this is my self-care ritual.
Mm.
And I'm kind of like, no, you're doing chores.
Yeah.
Like we not everything is self-care just because it like offers you some benefit, right? That
Okay, interesting.
like those are called chores. Those are duties that are required to maintain a clean home.
Yeah.
And many people have to do them by themselves without having to hire help.
Yeah.
And many people do them.
Mm.
And they do them and they hate it.
Yeah.
They do them and it sucks.
Yeah.
But they don't do it because they love it and because it gives them this like self-care boost.
Yeah.
They do it because they have to.
Mm.
And so I read it through the lens of like, if it's self-care for you, cute.
Mm.
If that is your self-care, which is
Mhm.
like folding your warm towels in the wintertime,
Yeah.
makes you feel extra cozy.
Ooh, you took me there.
Makes you feel extra
You're
cozy.
so descriptive with your words.
If that is what is going to
Mm.
give you that loving arm and that like warm blanket
Yeah.
on a cold winter's morning,
Yeah.
then have that. I want you to have that.
Yeah.
I really want you to have that. And I also want you to have that and need you to have that
Yeah.
with a little bit of energy for the people in the back who have been doing this for many, many years
Yeah.
without celebrating it online and without kind of glorifying it as this newfound self-care ritual.
Okay, so that seems like point number one. We're kind of critiquing
Right.
this idea of like the which this voice to text didn't necessarily do, but like it was a very look, these rich people are doing these chores now as self-care. But like,
I'm just
you
sort of
middle
like-
class people have been doing it for eons, and all you need to do is reframe it, and it could also be self-care for you too.
Exactly.
And I think it's a little like,
There's
like grocery shopping. Like, I mean, actually, there was one point in there that I was like, okay, fair,
yeah, honestly,
Fair.
true.
fair, very white, very,
Yeah.
very,
It was when Brittany discovered laundry.
yeah, yeah,
It
And I was
was
like, oh, okay, cool.
She's like, wait, you could actually put them in this thing here.
Yeah.
Like start to dry
Wait,
them.
would you?
and
Okay,
you
would you
tumble dry
say?
them.
Would you sort of? I kind of. There's so many points to kind of pull from, but one of the threads that I was like, I wonder if we've in this like efficiency.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be so efficient, right? Like, and obviously, wealth equals you get to hire a lot of people to do things you don't want to do. You also get further and further removed from like getting your hands dirty, kind of because you can, right? Because you can put people between these things. What does it sort of speak on like this efficiency culture where it's sort of like you hire someone to do your grocery shopping because you don't have time to do grocery shopping because you hate doing grocery shopping? What about the argument, devil's advocate, about reclaiming this, like, no, grocery shopping is something that you should do. And like, it's actually really beneficial in your day to spend that like 2 hours doing the grocery shopping, a single-minded task, or just like doing something that's like really mindless versus trying to instead fill your time with wall-to-wall like work or like extra things.
You know how I got on this topic and how I
Why?
found this whole topic to talk about?
Mm.
It was when on Twitter, it was going very viral where these house robots were being talked about. I can't remember what the name is, but essentially was the first sort of house robot that
To
was
do all these chores?
semi-affordable. Yeah, in the video, it was sort of being sold as this like Judy Jetson robot.
Remember her?
Yeah, this Jetsons robot that can essentially do all the tasks you don't want to do. And so I don't know. I don't think there's actually anything wrong with hiring help, and I also don't think that there's anything wrong with enjoying or hating those tasks. They're
Okay.
for many people they're essential, but I also don't think that there's necessarily this like you have to enjoy doing these tasks that are again just essential. Right. So I think I'm just more of a fan of like people can make their own choices. They can spend their money how they want to.
Yeah.
If they want to hire help for the kids or if they want to hire help for the
Yeah.
house, again, power to you. Like
Okay.
that you can spend your money how you want to. It has nothing to do with the criticism about that.
Mm.
It's more just about welcome to the program. Like, why are you acting so brand new to chores?
Okay.
It's not about
Okay,
the
you know what? It
practice.
was me trying to like pull out a thread, pulling out
What?
a Temu dress, being like, wow, this is quality made. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah.
This article. I was
Exactly.
trying to give the article
Yeah.
some legs to stand on.
Let's talk about reframing.
but it wasn't
quick.
working. But now, okay, let's move on. Whatever, chores. Let's talk about reframing.
Yeah.
Because I think that seems to be under the self-help
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
culture. Reframing seems to be one of those things that it's like potentially being misused or overused, but I don't understand what it is. And like what in the beginning in therapy, what is it? And how is it now being co-opted?
So cognitive reframing
Yes.
is
that its full name?
is a skill set.
Full and last name is cognitive.
Yes.
First name cognitive,
Yeah.
last name
Yep.
reframe.
Is a skill set from cognitive behavioral therapy,
Okay.
which essentially just says that when we have certain thoughts,
Mhm.
maybe they're negative automatic thoughts, or maybe they're negative or extreme or unsettling or uncomfortable beliefs about ourselves,
Mhm.
we also have the option to introduce new thoughts into the picture. And so reframing isn't about replacing, right? So it's not about getting rid of them and saying, these are the bad thoughts and these are the good thoughts. This is the better way to look at it. Reframing is more about introducing another perspective. And so when you think about like when you're having a conversation, you have this like one track mind, you like think one way about something. And then someone says something that changes your opinion about it, right? You get a new perspective about something. So reframing helps us do that for ourselves.
Mm.
That says, maybe there's a perspective that I'm missing. Maybe there's another way to think about this, right? So that's the skill set on the whole. So
Okay.
now Avery White is taking this therapy concept
Mhm.
and saying, well, let's apply that to chores. Oh yeah, there's many people who hate chores. I can be the queen that comes in and says, I'm going to help people love chores and reframe it as self-care,
Mhm.
right? So essentially what she's saying is I'm going to introduce a new perspective into something that is essential in the lives of many people.
Mhm.
And even though you hate it, here's another positive way to reframe it as a new habit, a new routine, a new ritual, a new act of self-care.
Okay. Is
Not-
there some?
None of that is inherently bad. If
Okay.
you want to do that, if that's going to help you,
Yeah.
then I encourage you to do that.
Is reframing just gaslighting yourself?
No.
It's not.
This
okay.
is one of the big criticisms of CBT, which is that just if you change your thoughts, you can change your life or your reality,
right.
right? And so that's where the criticism of gaslighting tends to come in,
Mm.
which is sort of like, if you, the first way you thought about it is wrong, and I'm going to tell you the right way to think about it,
Mhm.
right? So this is a big misconception about CBT.
Hmm.
This is where a lot of even cognitive work in general in therapy gets a bad rap, is that many people think that you're trying to think yourself into a new reality
Mhm.
or minimize your current thought and reality by introducing this other more correct way of thinking about it.
Right.
That's not reframing. When reframing is successful, it
Mhm.
is helpful and it works. But when it's unhelpful and it doesn't make you feel good,
Right.
then it's probably not working. That's probably not the reframe that is going to be supportive or helpful for you.
Okay, so successful reframe would be, give me an example.
Of what?
Like a successful reframe, like a good, like a therapy, like
Okay.
you did. Yeah, that is how you reframe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I went to a party.
Yeah.
And
What are you wearing?
probably this.
Okay.
Realistically. So
Okay.
I went to a party.
Yeah.
I was feeling uncomfortable during certain parts.
Mhm.
I said a few things that were maybe like kind of social slip ups.
Yeah.
And then I walk away. And the only story that I'm telling myself, the single story, is no one likes me
Mm.
or I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Right. And so reframing that experience might be about introducing a new way of looking at that.
Mm.
People weren't thinking about me as much as I was thinking about me.
Mm.
Or, you know what, I said that thing, but they're my friends, so they're going to forgive me.
Mm.
Right. So it's giving a new perspective, a reframe on the current belief or
Mhm.
the negative automatic thought that pops into your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that first thought that just pops in, which
Yeah.
tends to be a bit more negative or a bit more disaster focused or a bit more
Right.
extreme.
I hear like an acknowledgement of like what you're saying is true. Like the experience is true. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you thought the thing,
You thought the thing.
but let's introduce another way of thinking about it. The way I personally think about it and the way it more makes sense to me
Mhm.
is reframing is a strategy to sharpen the edge of it a little bit. You kind of want to sharpen it or soften it a bit, right? So if the thought is too sharp,
Mhm.
you probably need something to like dull it down a bit and to like kind of give it a bit more softness to it. So reframing
Mm.
can help you soften something that's really sharp.
Yeah.
Or if you need something that's a bit more direct and a bit more like serious,
Yeah.
you can also use reframing to get yourself to that place. And so let's say, for example, if you're kind of like, well, like no one cares about me anyway. No one texted me on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a bit too dull. That may not be a bit sharp enough of a focus. It might be something more helpful to say to yourself, yeah, no one texted me on my birthday. That is a true statement. No one texted me on my birthday because blank.
Mm.
Because no one knew. We don't have any Facebook anymore. We don't have these reminders on our phones. So
Yeah.
probably less people knew.
That it was my birthday.
No one posted about it on Instagram. No one shared a story about me. So I didn't reshare it to my own story.
Yeah.
Right. That's a way you can get a bit more of a sharper edge on that. So that's a way you can reframe what you're experiencing. And what I would say is just take your thoughts with a grain of salt. Not
Mhm.
all of them are true just because you think them. And so reframing them helps you just add more perspective and more layers, more color to something that is not so black and white often.
Mm-hmm. This is that successful reframing.
Mhm.
And I can see how then the self-care wellness industrial complex kind of just like,
Yeah.
whoop.
So she may have sort of taken that tool, right, the reframe,
Yeah.
and have sort of said, well, people hate chores, and so here's how I'm going to get you to like chores.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. If it works for them, great.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work for them, that's also fine too.
Yeah.
It just means that it might be more helpful for you to use a skill and strategy of acceptance, which is that I really don't want to fold the laundry, but I have to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Or how can I make this more enjoyable?
Or I'm going to do it while I hate it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I can be frustrated and upset for 5 minutes. while
Okay,
I-
wait. What's a chore that you absolutely hate doing?
I would probably say washing my bed sheets. There's something
Okay.
about taking them off and putting them back on
That you absolutely
that I'm
hate?
like, I'm so gruff about it.
Okay.
Laundry, not the same. But like bed
Bed
sheets,
sheets?
there's something that I'm like, "Ugh."
I hate it.
Yeah.
No,
What's
mine.
yours?
I hate folding socks. I like folding
Oh,
anything
I
else,
love
but I
that.
do not like doing socks.
Oh, I love it.
And I don't like putting the comforter on. Like the big
Yes.
thing. I
Do you
just
mean like the duvet cover over
Yeah.
the?
Yeah, I just don't like
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it. I will do anything else. I
Re-
just do not like those
Retweet
things.
that.
Yeah.
Honestly, incredible.
All right.
Well,
Well, we sure solved that.
We sure solved that.
Yeah,
in
wow.
15 minutes.
And with
flat.
time to
Yeah.
spare.
Okay.
Well,
s- we're-
a very white, if you're out there, reach out.
Get in touch.
Get in touch.
Yeah, maybe we got it wrong. Maybe
Yeah,
if
because it
you have
sounds like
something
we
to-
both misinterpreted this article.
If you have something to clarify,
Yeah.
then please get in touch.
But I don't think you do.
In the meantime,
In the meantime,
we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
okay. Take a sec.
The moment you've all been
Been
waiting
waiting
for. The freezers.
Segment 2, the freezer.
The freezers. Actually, it's interesting. I can already talk about how this is going to kind of thread together because this is going to be a bit more of a practical segment as we wrap
Wait,
up
are you
here.
going to do it on me?
No.
You're not going to cast a wizard witch spell on me?
Actually, I can. I can,
Just
but
kinda
I
looking
just think
forward
it's
to
too
it.
vulnerable. It's too personal for you to share here.
Oh, it's
and
like
I-
intense, eh?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't require that of you. But what I would encourage you to do,
Yeah.
so this is the setup.
I'm kind of like, try it. I
You're
kind of
like,
like that thing was
okay.
like, don't do it. And I'm like,
Okay, we
Try it.
can try it.
maybe try a question and then
Sure.
I'll let you know.
Sure.
But let's dip our toe and I'll let you know
Sure.
if I'll swim.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as we were just talking about, mindset matters. It matters a lot. And, when you are trying to force yourself to think certain things, I totally understand how that feels that you're gaslighting yourself or that you're trying to minimize your own experience of something. What I also would encourage people to think about is that there are always multiple ways to think about something. Many things are true. It's not all just one way. It's not all just one way of thinking about things. And so a really good way to clarify where your own mindset is at is just to do a simple quiz. This is not like a evidence-based quiz. It's not a quiz that gives you a diagnosis or a result. It's not an assessment.
No.
This is just one of those tools that's going to help you kind of get a really good idea of like, where do I land on these key categories? Okay, so here are the categories. This quiz will help you clarify in 48 questions.
Why 48?
Just because that's
That's
what I
the
chose.
number.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I chose.
I thought there was like a.
That's what I chose.
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
according
Yeah.
to my research, the
Yeah.
science says
No, it's
that
not
the
that.
prefrontal cortex. Yeah, okay.
It's not that. good,
Yeah.
good impression though.
Yeah, yeah, that is you.
Yeah. So these are the topics. And again, these are kind of the bigger categories that I just think matter a lot for
Okay.
clarification of self or like understanding who you are in the world, or your mindset. So the first is worth and identity.
Mm.
The next is love and belonging. The next is your mindset about capability and success.
Mhm.
The next is control and safety.
Mhm.
The next is shame and forgiveness. Then comparison and perfectionism, responsibility and guilt, and hope and change.
Okay.
So again, we just have these like big categories, some ideas, some statements.
Mhm.
48 of them are included in the quiz. So again, you can go to the show notes. You can click on the link there, and you can just see the breakdown of the quiz there.
Mhm.
I would just encourage you to take the quiz yourself. And so the way you do the quiz is you just check boxes down the side. You're just going to check the boxes that you think, for the most part, are true.
Mm.
Not all the time, but like if you think about them reasonably enough, then I would say check the box. Then at the very end, you're going to just add up all of the check boxes that you had. And under certain categories, you might notice that you're checking more boxes than others. And I would say those are probably the categories that in your life you should spend more time and focus on.
Mm.
So the first one is worth and identity. And here are the 6 questions. I often feel like I'm not good enough.
Mm.
I have something valuable or unique to offer in relationships. My worth depends on how well I perform. Even when I struggle or fail, I still deserve respect. I am defective or broken at my core, and I can grow and improve without needing to be perfect. So I would say those are kind of the really 6 key traits of worth and identity.
So just really easy, lighthearted.
Really easy,
fun.
like lighthearted questions
Like,
about self.
It's
yeah.
kind of you're on par with like what Hogwarts house are you in?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like,
This
do
is-
you like red, green, yellow, or blue?
In my hands,
Yeah.
I am holding the sorting hat
Yeah,
of psychology.
self-worth.
Of psychology, exactly.
Okay, can you give
Yeah.
me like popcorn style? Give me a question.
Okay. All
Don't
right.
get whatever you decide.
Okay.
But
You
pick
can
one.
just say yes or no, true or false to this question.
Is that how you answer it? A true or false?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Again, we're creating a binary because we do want to have this. Is that more true or is it less true for me? If
Okay.
you can say no, I don't think that,
Mhm.
then you can have such a sturdy, clear sense of self when you answer these questions.
Oh,
Let's-
because you're trying to gauge like your
Yeah.
initial like gut reaction to something.
Yeah.
Okay,
there
I'll
you
try
go.
not to apply too much of
Okay.
a filter.
Okay. I'm actually just going to ask you these 6 because I do think that they're safe enough that they're not too vulnerable or personal.
Sure, go for it.
But I think so. This is about capability and success.
Okay,
Okay.
my favorite things.
Yeah. Question 13.
Yeah,
Mistakes prove that I am not good enough.
false.
14. I can learn new skills and rise to new challenges.
True.
Other people are usually better than me.
Whoa! It depends. Like, depends at what though.
Other people are usually better than me.
True.
I have strengths and other people can see them.
True.
I will probably fail, so why try?
False.
I trust myself to figure things out over time.
Oh my God, true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of those 6 questions,
Yeah.
you saw that we saw what happened, right?
Yeah.
There is that gut check. There's that sort of reaction.
Mm.
My own personal belief about this stuff
Mhm.
is that, because I've studied it for over 10 years, but I do think that there is a gut read. There is an instinct that if you can listen to that voice,
Mhm.
that inner self that is like, yeah, I do really kind of think that's true. Or
Yeah.
that actually has been a pattern for me over the last 5 years.
Mhm.
Or that kind of has been a buzz and like a hum in the back of my mind for a long time. That is really good information.
Mhm.
Oftentimes we hear these questions and we're like, nope, that's too close, too vulnerable. Kind of like an electric fence. We like zap away and we're like, no, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see that.
Right.
This is a quiz that will help you come a bit closer,
Mhm.
inch a bit closer to the sun, where you get to see yourself a bit more clearly.
Yeah.
And then I would encourage you just to use them as journal prompts or to think about maybe bring it to your own therapist.
Mhm. Or while you're doing your chores. and
While
re-
you're
and
doing your chores,
reframing.
you're reframing and you're kind of like,
Like,
I have strengths and other people see them.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
yeah, I'm allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, let me just go back, just now that people probably have a handle because I read 12 questions.
Yeah.
There are different categories, right? That really matter here. So again, they are worth and identity, love and belonging, capability and success,
Mhm.
control and safety, shame and forgiveness, comparison and perfectionism, responsibility and guilt, and hope and change. So again, there are 48 questions in the entire quiz
Mhm.
that give you, again, just a bit of a direction. Do you want me to do one more?
Yeah.
As we
yeah.
wrap
Yeah.
up? Okay. This one is comparison and perfectionism.
Oh my
So
God.
for those playing along at home, you can just answer quietly in your head.
No, I want you to shout it.
I'll leave a bit of a pause while Simon answers. And just think about yourself, think about comparison and perfectionism
Mhm.
and the answer to the questions. Simon, I'll give you the option. If you want to answer it out loud or in your head, you can do that as well.
I probably will just, at this
Okay.
point, I have to double down. I
Okay.
have to-
We're a bit further down in the quiz, so this is question number 31.
Oh my God. Oh,
Ev-
that's weird because the first question you asked me was 13.
Flip
it around.
Wicked
Witch.
Witch.
That is so old.
So old. Oh
Okay,
my God.
what else?
Okay. Question number 31. Flip it
Mhm.
around. Wicked Witch. Everyone else has their life together except for me.
False.
I'm allowed to shine in my own way.
True.
I only matter if I'm the best.
I only matter if I'm the best. Like, I only matter if I'm the best. False. I struggled with that one.
I'm growing at the pace that's right for me.
True.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true.
My worth is measured by how I compare to others.
False. False.
My life doesn't have to look like anyone else's for me to be worthy.
Okay, question on that.
Yeah.
Do I have to answer how I feel in this moment or what I believe is true? Does that
Okay.
make sense?
It makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
actually. So here's what I would caution people against.
Right.
Typically, when we fill out quizzes like these, or anytime there's like personality quizzes, which maybe even have a bit more evidence backing to them,
Mhm.
we tend to think of them in 2 answers. The one that is the right answer,
Mhm.
the socially desirable answer,
Right.
or the one that is actually true in our own self.
Right.
And when we like really get down to it, if we're like brutally honest and emotionally honest with ourselves,
Mhm.
the answer that's actually true for us.
Mhm.
So there's the right answer
Mhm.
where you think you should be,
Yeah.
where the ideal version of you is,
Yeah.
or where you think what is socially desirable. If there was like a room full of all your 10 best friends,
Yeah.
which one would you say, yep, that's the one I see myself as.
Right.
That's how I want to see myself as.
Gotcha.
Let's call that bucket. That's the right answer.
Okay.
There's the right answer, which is might be your first instinct to be like,
Right.
oh, I should think that.
That's what I desire to. or
Yeah.
I strive
I
towards.
wish I thought that. Or when I'm my most happy, I think that way.
Yeah. Or I work. That's a good way to put it. When
I
I
was
when I
happy-
feel the most like
If
I
I
do
was-
feel it. Yeah.
If I had food in my tummy, I would think that.
Yeah.
If I was well slept, I would think that.
Oh yeah.
So what we want to do is go back to the second bucket, which is what is the most honest for you?
In
That's
this
how you
moment at this time.
Yeah, that's where you're going to find the most growth and the most progress in terms of self-development and self-awareness.
Mm,
So if you're just going to answer this all correct and be like, because no one's grading it, remember that. Like no
Yeah.
one's grading it at the end of the day aside from yourself.
yeah. And
So
no
if-
one's listening.
No. Yeah, no one's ever
Except
listening.
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to get a benefit out of it,
Yeah, yeah.
just in your bedroom, on your phone, or
Light a candle.
on your computer, open this up
Yeah.
and just check for yourself.
Yeah.
What would you respond yes to?
Okay.
Right. And, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's not another exercise in perfectionism.
Right.
It's just a mindset quiz to sort of see like, where are my areas where I should maybe focus on? What goals I should maybe focus on?
Interesting. Ask me
Yeah.
that last question again then, because I asked a question.
You mean question number 36 about?
Yeah, whatever was the last question.
Oh.
I never answered it.
Okay. My life doesn't have to look like anyone else's for me to be worthy.
Worthy? I don't know. I feel like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. So this is sort of a hesitation
Yeah.
that for me, if that were me, I would want to listen to that hesitation.
Mm.
Why is it hard for me to commit to this? Why is it hard for me to kind of lock into this and say, yeah, no, I believe that's true.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
full body yes. That's a full yep, that's a fact.
Yeah, because there was a couple of those where I was like, oh, yeah, true, or no, false.
Yep. So if you're waffling,
Yeah.
then you're probably on the side of, okay, maybe there's something for me to listen to here. It doesn't mean you have to overhaul your life, or it doesn't mean you're a piece of crap because you don't think this one way. It just means, okay, maybe there's some work for me to explore there in the future. So I'm going to kind of note that down, write that down, think about it, and look at it closer.
And so the goal of this is just to bring up like more information.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So that's the mindset
Wow.
quiz. You can
I
find the
like
link
that.
in the show notes. And again, there are 48 questions. So a lot of really good, big, brave, vulnerable questions.
A free source.
A free source, if you will.
A free source, if you will.
And you should go take a look at it.
Yeah.
It's a good little resource.
I like that. That's great. Did you design it on Canva?
I did not. It is on Google Docs.
Ooh.
You're gonna open it up and you're gonna pop open
And
to
you'd
it.
be like, why is this so boring looking?
It's actually pretty cute. I'm not
Is
gonna
it? Can I
lie.
see?
Yeah, it's actually pretty
You
sweet.
use color? Oh, that is cute.
Yeah,
You did a good job.
It's kind of nice. Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you very much, baby.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's wrap. This is it, right?
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. I've been
Okay.
really enjoying those conversations.
Me too.
This is it, right?
This
no
is
more
it.
segments?
This
okay,
isn't
we have
therapy.
one more.
This isn't therapy.
This isn't therapy. This isn't a segment.
We have one more segment.
One more
we'll
to
be
go.
right back. We'll take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the end of the episode.
And now a word from our sponsor.
We are so tricky and so sly. All right. So at the end of every single episode, we just like to resurface. We like to come on up. We like
Yeah.
to say, hi, how are ya?
How's it going?
Exactly. Sometimes things get a bit heavy.
Ciao, Bella.
Exactly. Sometimes conversations get emotional and they get a bit heavy.
Yeah.
You may not think that happens here, but it does. And so, in any case, this is the part of the program where we are reaching into our question box to answer questions that you have submitted.
Yes.
If you want to do that
Anonymously.
anonymously,
Mhm.
yeah, without writing your name.
Mhm.
If you want to do that, you can go to the link in our show notes or in the bio of our social pages,
Mhm.
and you can submit your own question for asking for a friend. I've had a few people kind of be like, "It's kind of fun to hear my question asked on air."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is anonymous, as was said. So,
Yeah.
without further ado,
And without further ado,
this is
asking for a friend.
Alrighty. Listen, you read last time, so I'm reading this time.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Okay. This is a good question. This is kind of a culmination of I feel like maybe this season a lot of the topics we've been tackling.
Right.
But anyway, here it is.
Yeah.
Our lovely listener would like to know, how do you date without immediately turning into an overthinking mess?
How do you date without? Okay, as a friend, how would you respond to that? How do you date without?
Okay, well, so that we don't overthink this.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Oops. As I
I-
sit into the overthinking mess sheet.
I think my advice here is just do it. Go and have an experience. Go have fun.
Mm.
You're not going to try to find a wife or a husband at this
Mhm.
date. You're just trying to have fun, get to know someone, figure out if you gel. The first question I kind of ask myself is like, would I want to be friends with them? Like, would my friends like them? Would they kind of fit?
Right.
So if I'm having fun, it's like awesome. So like it's sort of a vibe check, like the very beginning.
Just go have fun.
Go have fun,
Mhm.
and sometimes you are going to be the fun one. You're going to bring the fun. So go bring the fun.
So go be yeah. I feel like okay, it's a yes and that because I agree with that. I would say
My response to overthinking is don't.
is don't.
Did you,
It's just
did you hear
just
that? I'm like,
don't.
no, don't worry.
just don't do it.
So unhelpful.
No, but for me, it's like
So not
because
helpful.
thinking isn't doing.
This is true.
So what I heard
That's what
was go do things.
Do it.
Don't
do
just
it.
think about things. Just go and do
Just
things.
do it.
Don't think about the date. Go do the date.
Go do the date.
Go. Don't think about meeting this person. Go meet this person. I digress. I would say I feel like overthinking is inevitable in that process. Like it's inevitably you're going to get to this
Yeah.
like weird hump where you're like, oh, I care about this person, or like I actually really,
I hope they like me.
I really like when they text me. Like you're going to inevitably I feel like it is a natural part
It's a part of it.
of when you're kind of dating going into it's no longer courtshipping. We're
Yeah.
like seeing each other dating. Maybe we're boyfriends, good friends,
Totally.
whatever.
Totally.
So I feel like it's inevitable. So for me, anyways, what's helpful is like I feel like knowing that it's inevitable. It's like okay, well, this is part of it. This is part of it.
This is the right reaction. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
I don't have to counter it.
Yeah.
I don't have to like try to reframe it.
Yep. I'm allowed to overthink it.
I'm going to.
Yep.
My sticky brain's gonna be sticky.
Yep.
Right
And
now.
if you need to overthink it, then overthink as much as you need to, lovely
Mhm.
listener. Right? If that's going to help you work through it, because sometimes that's what overthinking is you're just trying to process it, right? You're trying to just work yourself through it.
Yeah.
Or you're trying to have an answer
Yeah.
for something that is inherently uncertain.
Mm.
Right. And so you want to probably try to look at the balance between there. And
Yeah.
that's why I do suggest taking actions, because action just cuts all that in half.
Totally.
It just allows you to be there.
You know what I
just
also think
do
is
it.
like a really helpful suggestion that maybe it's not, but I don't know, the listeners will decide. Is like have dates with this person, but also have dates with your friends.
Yeah.
Like go plan and do things with just your friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, anyways, my brain, I'm no longer thinking about this person obsessively because I'm not like on the couch waiting to do something fun with this person. Instead, I'm like, oh no, let's go do that thing that I would have gone on a date with this person, but let's do it with my friends. What?
This is about mindset and reframing.
Is it?
That's what you just
was
did
a
here.
very white good?
Yes.
What we
That's what you
learned?
just did here. Wow, this is like the most cute little saran wrapped little.
Oh yeah, what was the
little
through
combo.
line of today's episode?
I think that was it.
What?
I think that like the way we think about things matters,
Yeah.
but it's not the only thing that matters,
Okay.
right? Sometimes we have to just do it and kind of cut through it.
Mhm.
And whether that's you're doing your laundry and you're kind of just getting through it, regardless of how you feel about it,
Mm-hmm.
I just get really frustrated when there's this like self-care push that's like all just a big project and you're supposed to do this while smiling, or you're supposed
everything
to do
is
this.
supposed to feel good.
You're supposed to feel happy
Yeah.
while doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, no, like sometimes meditation sucks, yoga sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, working out sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but like they obviously have benefits, and that's why we call them self-care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, forcing and trying to change outcomes and trying to think our way through it and trying to like overanalyze things and try to get certainty or control where there is none is just not the work.
Mm.
That would be my wrap up.
Love that.
Love it. Listen,
that.
if you like what you heard,
And I hope you do.
and if you didn't,
Then you have no taste.
well,
Kidding. Keep it pushing, Mary.
in any case,
Yeah.
get in touch with us. Please like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
Follow
yes,
us on all of our social medias. We are kind of pushing into the waters of social media and TikTok. So you're going to see us back online, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Find us on YouTube. There's some
Yep.
really great video content happening over there.
Yep.
And also, please, if you have a suggestion for an episode, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
We are going to be making some really big pushes, and we want to tackle some big topics. So
Yeah.
if you have an episode idea, please get in touch.
Agreed.
Love it.
Agreed.
Okay,
Retweet.
bye.
Retweet. Bye.
Tweet, tweet. Sorry, I signed off.
No,
before.
that's fine. That's perfect. That's fine.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
No, come back.
Flutter, flutter. Okay. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, stars.
This is
so silly. It's so crazy.